Hey guys, Amanda Jensen here. Welcome back to this week's lesson 15 on Become a Model. Today I want to talk to you about marketing yourself. Fortunately or unfortunately, marketing yourself is part of the deal when it comes to becoming a model and or an actress or an actor. So if you really want to become a model or an actor or an actress, you do need to put yourself out there. You do need to take risks and be vulnerable and be willing to show yourself. You're going to have to be vulnerable and put yourself out there at some point and in some way. There's lots of casting opportunities on social media, and social media is a great place to market yourself as a model or an actor. I can't tell you how many times I've had people, casting directors, producers reach out to me from social media for opportunities. Whether it's runway shows, castings for modeling opportunities. I just applied to some yesterday from Facebook, for example, reaching out to me about films or commercial opportunities. And you can actually also get lots of free castings from social media. I talked a little bit about that last week. But building a presence and a brand for yourself on social media is kind of like half the work. It doesn't necessarily have to be on social media either. There's other ways to market yourself, and I'll talk about those. But at any rate, you do need to put yourself out there, and you do need to market yourself somehow. All right, so I'm going to go through a list of all the different places you can market yourself, and there's more and more happening every single day. More and more places where you can market yourself coming out every single day. So I'm going to go through the list. Instagram. You can set up multiple Instagram accounts. You can have one for personal, one for your model page, one for your actor page. I've seen lots of models have multiple pages, and some just keep their social media only for business, only for their modeling or acting career. And there's no necessarily right way or wrong way to do it. It's up to you. Me personally, I keep my social media mainly for my acting and modeling career, but I sprinkle in a little bit of personal stuff in there just because I kind of want people to know me, and that's just my style. Of course, you can market yourself also on Facebook. You can do it on your personal page. You can set up a separate page for your modeling or acting career. I've seen it done multiple ways. Also, there's tons of Facebook groups you can join, especially for modeling. There's all kinds of modeling groups on Facebook. You should look to join those in your area. You can type in the Facebook modeling TFP groups, and there's all kinds of groups and photographers looking to shoot with models for free, and that's a great way to get started doing TFP photo shoots, time for print or trade for print. And that is also a great place to market yourself. I've seen lots of models posting their photos, their portfolio photos in the various groups. Same with actors. You can market your headshots and your IMDb link on the Facebook groups. You can start up a personal website for yourself. And there are free ones like GoDaddy, although I think you do have to pay for a hosting or a domain link. That's the one thing I have not done yet is setting up a website for myself. I started and I didn't finish yet, but I do have an online portfolio, and I have tons of casting pages, and I have a separate Facebook page, and I have multiple Instagram accounts. So I do have a lot of places where I market myself, but I have not yet set up a personal website. You can print your modeling portfolio and bring it to events. TikTok is another huge place that is exploding for all types of creators, but you could certainly do your acting and modeling career on there to promote yourself. Or you could just have it as one of your many content pillars. On any of your social media, you don't have to only post about your modeling or acting. You can post about other content pillars, but you should have, an idea of which content pillars represent you and your brand. That's something to think about. Another thing that I keep hearing about is creating an electronic pitch kit. This is something I want to do. I'm not an expert in it. I don't know too much about it, but basically it's an electronic way to send to casting directors or producers your materials, like your reels and your photos and that sort of thing. Business card. I've seen lots of actors have business cards, whether it be an actual hard copy, print copy of a business card or an electronic I think they call it a V card or a B card, I'm not sure. But at any rate, you can have a hard copy of your business card, or you can have an electronic copy. You could also print flyers and bring those to events, or put flyers in community places where you know modeling events happen. You could join pageants and modeling contests. I did a modeling contest or competition when I first started, and it was a lot of fun, and it gave me runway practice. It gave me a lot of connections in the modeling industry, and it was a great way to get footage for runway walking. And you could do TFP photo shoots. And when you're doing the photo shoots with the photographers, you're also marketing yourself. Sometimes photographers will have connections to events, print opportunities like magazines. I've done a lot of shoots with photographers, and sometimes they can get me connections to other things. Like one photographer I shot with got me into a magazine, an article. He got an article written on me. So things like that can happen too. So you should be out there doing photo shoots and marketing yourself. And I find usually when I do those kinds of things, I get rewarded with something else. So at any rate, that's a small sampling of ideas. The number of possibilities is really infinite when it comes to marketing yourself. The number of possibilities for marketing yourself as a model or an actress or an actor is really infinite. So drop in the comments some ideas that you have for marketing yourself. And an assignment this week is I want you to write down 3 ideas or ways that you could market yourself as a model or an actor. Then I want you to choose one of those ideas and let me know in the comments what you choose to market yourself. And have a great week.